So, are you ready to talk about it, or?
I am.
Take a listen. Need to say what we so different. In your ear or on your screen. The only place you need to be. It's the Reese and Monty. Guaranteed to give you everything you need. You're about to get a little You're about to get a little
Good morning.
It's your boy Ramont.
And I am Reese. We are coming to you live and direct from an undisclosed location. I forgot where are we? Who are we?
I don't know. Oh, little R&R. Bitch, how you forget who we are?
I forgot all of that.
You forgot our whole identity.
I did. I skipped all the way through that.
Nice segue. Ooh, I see what you did there. Cute. You're smart, friend. I like that.
Good morning. Welcome back to another episode. Here we are. I'm a little cold.
Oh!
And you forgot to turn it off. If you heard that sound in the background,
We had to keep a heater on for the anemic one in the podcast.
Yeah.
Are you anemic?
I am.
You do. You are.
Yeah. But I don't like taking pills. Like, I don't like taking pills, period. And I don't feel like an iron pill is, like, needed. So I don't take that. But I do take my allergy medicine for sure.
Yeah,
because that really fucks with me.
Speaking of pills.
Okay. Pill.
CVS, count your fucking days.
Starbucks. Where's the list? Starbucks, CVS.
The girl in Safeway.
Okay.
CVS, count your fucking days. In a particular location, I can't tell it, so the people gonna figure out where the fuck we at.
Right.
But so this particular CVS, the drive-through is not in the beginning of the store in a sense, like how it's like if you pull into the parking lot, you're facing like the end of the store because the entrance is at that end. So
okay.
like come to the parking lot and you gotta drive down, the entrance is here. So the drive-through is also on the opposite side of where you pull in at. Okay. So in my mind, I'm just like, oh bitch, like ain't nobody in the drive-through. I can just go around the corner, get my shit,
and be out.
Mm-hmm. You pull in, you go around this fucking. In a sense, you're going around this fucking building.
In a circle.
Drive-through closed. Why don't y'all put?
Wait.
You don't know that the drive-thru's closed
until you get around that corner.
To the drive, so I gotta go around the building in order to find out that the. Why don't y'all put a fucking sign right here, like
where you come
people
in?
Go down. Not,
is it always closed?
No, it's not. No.
Oh, okay.
But either way, when people are pulling in, have a sign right here to say drive-thru's closed right now, or when I like come in and go around before I get like to the drive-through line, have something that say drive-through closed. That way I can just go ahead and park my car. Now I gotta go back around the fucking building, get out and go in.
Yeah.
Count your fucking days.
Well, maybe you should do a customer complaint card with a suggestion.
But they ain't got one. I'm a go into the
letter.
app. I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna find a way.
Dear CVS Pharmacy.
I'm a white woman.
Because it's only the pharmacy, right?
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder, CVS should allow you to, like, does CVS allow you to order your stuff? Like, Target, you can go online, order your shit and pick it up.
That technically is pickup.
But we're talking about the pharmacy specific. I'm saying,
I mean, it's technically pickup if they say your prescription's ready.
Right, but what I'm saying is I would want them to do it for the whole store. And that way it would be manned all the time, right?
Would be manned all the time.
The window.
No,
it
not
should
the drive-thru.
be.
There's the drive-thru window is only for the pharmacy.
Open it up to the whole store and then it's always manned.
The pharmacy don't come back here. If you don't work in a pharmacy, you can't come back here.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Gives that.
Very true. And they'd be like, bitch, we ain't gonna be just giving out groceries and shit just because we got a window.
Are you paying me extra?
Right. Because this is not in my contract. Not in my job description.
other duties assigned. I hate that. Companies count your days for other duties assigned.
We cannot cancel everybody.
Count your day. Other duties assigned has been whipping out ass for years.
So the thing is, nobody pays attention. Even for us, nobody really pays attention to it until it's time to do something. You'd be like, oh,
this is other duty, and a bitch will point it out.
Yeah,
that manager, under other duties assigned, and you be like, let me update some shit because she got me fucked up. Because I am not.
There's a lot of things I will tell you that this past week has been a week. I feel like everybody at my job, not everybody at my job like that I work with, but like my customers. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it's been, but everybody wants to call somebody and tell them what I'm not doing that they want me to do. But what they do, I think what people fail to realize is a lot of times because you're not satisfied with anything or you're not satisfied with your experience, sometimes it's because of you, right? Mm-hmm. So you coming to my leadership or to someone to say, oh, Reese ain't doing this, of course I'm going to keep a receipt. I'm an email keeper. I have emails from forever ago at work. I have folders by the month and the year. Like,
go off, bitch.
Like, yeah. Because I'm just like, don't ever say, Reese said this. No. Let's pull it up. It says right here that's not what happened. So this guy, he was like, yeah, Reese has not been responsive to my inquiries. Mm. And so I told my supervisor before, because I knew it was going to go here. I said, I'm not taking any of his calls because he wants to keep me on the phone all day, or he'll stop by at our front desk and request, and then I'm stuck doing his shit then. I said, I'm not going up to the front to see him. I'll let the front desk person know that I'm in a meeting or whatever, and I'm not taking his calls because I can screen him because his name pops up. And so I said, we will correspond through email only. So my supervision knew that. He says he sends an email to his leadership, not putting me on it.
Of course not.
And says, oh, Reese is unresponsive. I can't get in touch with him, blah, 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 blah. So then his supervisor, whoever, sends an email to my leadership and puts me on it and says, my member needs help, da, 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 da. So when I read that, I said, oh, sir, per the attached emails, we've been in contact. I told him what needed to happen, and it hasn't happened. On to y'all. So it's been that all week. And it's just been one of those weeks where I want to punch somebody in the throat. Like, stop playing with me. And my thing is, again...
And then also, like, don't be mad at me. Be mad at the process.
But be mad at yourself because you're not doing what needs to be done.
That part.
That's the thing that frustrates me the most. You're not doing your part. And so because you're not doing your part, it doesn't allow me to do my part. But then to try to say that I'm not doing something or that I'm not responsive, fuck you. I've been wanting to say that all week. Fuck you.
My thing is, I want to ask people, how do you think this is supposed to go? You tell me how you think it should happen, and I'm going to.
I don't even have that time.
I mean, I don't, but like, I want to ask people that, like, how do you visualize this
navigate,
you know,
yeah,
like,
the navigation,
you know what I mean? So
process,
therefore,
yeah.
I can help you understand to how you're already thinking, because if me explaining it, you're it's not clicking. It's just not getting there, and I'm the type that, like, my tolerance is very low for adults. One. That have walked the earth for many years, and there is
not walked the earth for many
years.
Yeah,
like, you walked the earth for many years, and then there's no understanding. Yeah, there's basically no understanding or trying to understand something that you don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't understand it, let me listen to the expert or the person that knows what they're talking about
1,000%.
Versus being combative with them because I don't understand. And and I guess it's more frustrating when you are trying to break it down and be nice, and then they are just like, no, because it's just like.
The problem is people are conditioned to get what they want when they want it. And that's the unfortunate thing. I think that because our career fields are completely different.
Yeah.
The only thing that we have in common is that we deal with people.
Yeah.
So in that, I think that
which is funny as hell.
Yeah. Because if I could do it, I would work by myself. I don't want to be bothered with anyone. It's just easier that way. But I think that people have to sit back and, like you said,
I wouldn't I don't mind working with people, but I want to be able to talk to people how they talk to me. So therefore, you can understand I'm not to be played with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't, like, you say some stuff to me and I just got, okay. And, like, I'm just, like, very, like, you know, straight. But I want to be like, who are you talking to? If I could just say that, who are you talking to?
Don't get me down this because, yeah.
Because, like, I literally, like, just let me say that one line. Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Just so I feel like it's something we're registered with people like, oh, wait. You know what I mean?
Let me check myself.
Okay,
yeah.
right. Like, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Like, who are you yelling at?
Yeah.
Like, if I
now,
could just
I've done
say
that before. I like. I've had.
I haven't gotten.
I've never told you that.
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
There was.
I mean, it's been in my mind, but I haven't done that yet.
There was this one lady. I called her. She was requesting a leave, right? A leave of absence that she was not entitled to, and I was letting her know that she wasn't entitled to it, and she just started yelling. I said, ma'am. I said, ma'am. I said, I am not gonna listen to you yell at me. So if we can't talk, I'm disconnecting this call.
I'll hang up in a minute. I'll hang up real quick.
You don't tell me. I just lost my mother. I'm sorry, mother or father. I said I'm sorry for your loss, but that is still.
I don't get that.
That is still no reason for you to be yelling. I said I'm disconnecting the call. Click. Ma'am, don't play with me.
I hate that. I'm going through such a what I gotta do? I didn't encourage you.
Life is happening around for everybody.
That have walked this earth for many years
and experienced many things. Yeah,
you cannot you've been here far too long.
Yeah,
I know you've seen some things. You've been through. There have been some world events that have happened since I've been alive. So I know there have been some since you've been alive. And for you to act this way,
who raised you?
You can't even say who raised you because they'll tell you that they died, and now all of a sudden now you got to feel bad or something. Like, absolutely not. Like, life happens. I am sorry that this shit happens. And also that's another thing. Like, if they say I lost this and the third, and I gotta sit here and listen to you yell at me, so my day isn't going quite well either.
Right.
Like, I don't get to dump all my problems onto you. Like, I can be like, bitch, my cat got ran over last night, but yet I'm still here talking to you, trying to keep a smile on my face, and you're here yelling at me, and I'm on the brink of breaking down.
Yeah.
How do you feel? You know what I mean? Like,
you want to tell me what you're going through? Here's what I'm going through.
Right, exactly.
Now what? Now where are we going to go with this? Because they don't care. People don't care. They want what they want when they want it,
and it don't work like that. And,
Yeah.
and another thing is just like, how would you feel if I came down to your job and I started doing this to you? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know,
People
like,
don't think about
what if
that.
I just started randomly doing this to you? Like, my person, we always got one week. Like, my person this week, he was just yelling, and I was like, no, we talked about it on this day. You said X, Y, and Z, and da 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 da, and he was just yelling. I was like, go ahead, and I hate it when they say something and I start to talk and they talk over me, and then like I'm still talking. You're not going to talk. I said, go ahead.
I said that too.
What? You're not going to talk over me?
Because the guy, I just every time I open my mouth, I said, when you want me to finish, let me know.
I just be quiet, and I think with this one, he had been pushing. And he was like, you're not going to talk. Oh, I was just like, I said, okay. I said, go ahead.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you're laughing too? That's just going to add more insult to it. And my mom's like, I'm laughing to keep calm because I'm really about.
You do have a nervous laugh.
I'm really. It's like a.
Yeah, exactly. That is because when I hear that in certain contexts, I'm like, okay, I know what's coming or what's potentially in the queue.
Right. So he's like, you're. I said, no, you're fine. I said, go ahead. And after that, it came. Boom. This is happening next. Boom. This is happening. No, that. Thank you. Click.
Yeah.
I'm not going back. At a certain point, I'm not going back and forth.
Yeah, I refuse. And it's enough. Like, again, I deal with enough different situations, different people. I'm not going to spend too much time on one when you are not wanting to understand or listening to respond. I don't have the time for that.
Honestly, that's how I document stuff. I'd be like, client is reluctant to understand, isn't willing to understand. There was no progression within the conversation calls. This
client sounds so professional. I say member because I don't. Member, I do the same thing. I write notes and everything. They're like, why is this person saying? Because It's been an ongoing thing. The notes are in there for a reason.
The notes note.
Tell the story.
The notes
that tells the story.
Read my notes.
Very much.
Read my notes. Very detailed.
Yeah.
Trust and believe.
Absolutely. And then again, I'm always with my supervision. I'm just like, hey, this is what's going on, just so you're aware. So when it comes down the pipe, if somebody wants to say something, you already have a know of what's going on.
So just know when me and Reese are out and we not talking, this is why we don't like to talk to people. We've been talking a lot all day. And right now, I just want quiet.
Yeah, just like, I don't want all that. Yeah.
That's why I don't want to listen to people talk and or think.
Right.
I don't want your opinion.
It's the unwarranted opinions, unsolicited opinions.
You want to tell everyone how you bartend now and you leave me?
Are we going there? Are we going there? I'll let you tell it, and then I'll let you tell your version. I'll let you tell your version of the truth, and then I'll jump in when it doesn't sound accurate.
But don't take away from my experience.
I'm not going to take away from your truth because that is yours.
That is how I view things.
Absolutely,
that is my world.
All respect.
That is my world.
All
and
respect.
How I do things.
However,
Reese has graduated. He's how can I say this? I'll say you're doing a lot better. You're learning a lot more. He's doing a lot of things on his own. Like Reese be over there making a little drink here and there.
Do.
He still won't do it when he around me, but
I get nervous. you know when your instructor be around, you be like,
won't even make me one. He'll make his own and be like,
I feel like I missed something.
Right. But it still ain't offer to make me a drink. So when he gets with his other Capricorn friend, Dominique.
Hello, Dominique. We love her.
We do. I'll tell you, they leave me high and dry. It's like you're with your one best friend, but then the other best friend that you really like comes around, and they just start talking, and I just be over there like, yeah.
That is a lie.
I remember that. Okay.
The lies.
Y'all need anything? I'm still here.
The problem is, not the problem. The way that it plays out is typically when we're at events. So, of course, you all know that I started helping Ramont out as a bar back. And so I've graduated in a sense to making drinks and everything. Mm-hmm. But what the reality is that Ramont knows a lot of these people, right? So his bar, people want to linger and chat and flirt and do all of these things.
Wait, what?
My patience is very, very low. With me and Dominique, we be over there pushing drinks out. They don't want to talk to us. They don't want to engage with us like that. Every now and then there'll be one.
Business over there?
It's strictly business. They be at this bar, and we'll be like, "Oh, we can help you over here." No, we good. Go ahead, have your conversation with Ramont. And then Ramont be like, Reese, I need ice. Because you're still a bar back for me. Reese, where's the simple syrup? Oh. Sir, I don't know. Let me find it for you. No, I'm kidding about that part. But yeah, you have you're more personable. And that's nothing wrong with it. But being over there, it's like,
but I don't.
And then this is the other thing.
I don't be like talking.
Oh, I know. I know you. They don't know you. So then the other part of it is if I am there and I'm like, can I help you? No. He was making my drink. Let me go back over here where I'm appreciated and valued. Because these are the people that have not committed to Ramont. These people that come over here with me and Dominique, they haven't committed to you. So if I'm over there and I'm like, can I help you? No. He got me. There's 3 people in front of you, but okay, go ahead.
A whole lot. I was busting my ass. And I was just, in my mind, I was like, why are they not going over there?
And they weren't.
Like, why do I have a...
Because you can make a good drink. That's a compliment. But
it is. Someone did. It was like, I think it was like a margarita or something. It's like, you just make the best one. I was like, oh, thank you. I tried.
So that is a really good compliment.
I wanted to have a conversation, but I was just like,
I'm busy. Yeah. Because some people, and then, you know me, I think that in life, I'm a protective friend, brother. Like, I'm the oldest, so I feel like I've always had to be in that space. And so even with my friends, sometimes people will come over and be very engaging, and I'm just like, move. But then I'm like, I don't know your relationship with them because I feel like they're in the way. I feel like a manager. Like, you stop in workflow, baby. Move out the way. Back up.
I will tell them that.
And
But
some people come behind the bar, and I'll be like,
You've seen, I've people that want to talk, like, move.
Yeah.
Like, I've said it. Like,
no, but
like, you
sometimes
got to
I have
go.
to catch
Like,
myself
what are
because
you-
you have a relationship with people that I don't know, and so it's
Where
like,
I can
okay.
talk to them like
yeah,
that.
yeah. No, not even just that, but I'm saying, like, they may come over and chat with you, and you'll chat with them while you're doing your thing, and I'm like, bitch, move. Mm-hmm. But this is somebody that you know that you haven't seen in a while, so.
Yeah, and it all depends on how much in my way they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're like in my way, trust me, I will move you. If
Get
you're like
out
in
the
my
way.
way or really distracting me, not so much distracting, but just like in the way, like move, like I need to move around, so you need to slide a little bit, or no, like we're not having this conversation, move, like there are people behind you, and I really just want you to step.
And
aside.
I'm talking about the people that come behind the bar.
Oh,
those are the ones that I'd be like, look, I'll look.
Like,
And I'd be
please
like,
be
okay,
just
Ramont.
telling me something while I'm doing what I'm
Yeah,
supposed to do.
yeah.
Like, I can
I get
multitask
it.
and listen to that, but just don't step in my box.
Right.
Because an arm will be swinging, and I need you. And if you're not passing me nothing that I need, you might
Watch
get hit by a
out.
shaker.
Right.
You might get hit by a shaker.
That's happened.
Or I will put you to work. One of the two are going to happen.
That's happened before too at the what's it face? Well, I don't know if he was supposed to be there or not, but one friend jumped back there, and I was like, oh, okay.
What party?
The cookout.
The pool party?
It was a cookout.
What cookout? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Hell, maybe. Yeah. Oh, shit.
But I mean, people are always very helpful. I've had a burning question. Is Diddy canceled? Are we canceling Diddy?
In what aspect?
Like, so the other day, I have moods that I go through, right? So I've had a very consistent Jasmine Sullivan and Brandy mood. But
that sounds good.
yeah. So, but the other day, I was listening to a song from Last Train to Paris, and I was like, oh my God, that was such a good album. And so I listened to it pretty much all day, and then I was like, damn, are we still listening to Diddy? And then I posted something on Instagram.
Okay.
And it was about like, where have you traveled this year? And then the song I put was Been Around the World, and somebody was like, bad choice of music, and I was like, oh, are we not allowed to play Diddy? Have you canceled Diddy? Not we, because who can tell anybody else what to do?
Yes and no. Like, I think the only Diddy song that I repeated was She Don't Want My Love, I guess I gotta move on.
Is that No Love?
The one with Carisha and Ashanti.
Yeah.
Like, that was the only one that I really,
What is that one called?
that I kept playing. I guess Gotta Move On or something like that.
Yeah. Wait, that's the what? You listened to nothing before that?
I'm sure I had, but I don't, you know what
So
I mean?
you were not a
Like,
fan. But Diddy's, and that's the thing, he's not he's an artist, but he's not an artist.
Right, like I don't.
He's like I was a feature.
like a Keisha Cole and Diddy song.
Yeah.
Cole,
Last
like,
night.
I'll play, right, I'll play those. Like they've come up in rotation before or whatever like that. But I don't have a Diddy album that I'm going to.
Okay.
So like I'll listen to a little Total here and there, but there is no Diddy album. Like we know that he's produced tracks, but there's no Diddy album that
With
I'm
just him. Because
Right.
Last Train to Paris was
I'm not
his...
playing Last Train to Paris. You know what I mean?
that was a good
so,
album.
like, out of that album, what's that? The Love album, whatever, like that. Maybe that's the only song that I may play. So,
Yeah. I didn't get into the Love album like a lot of people did.
Right.
But I'm not mad at it.
So it's a yes and no for me. And also, I look at it like we read or seen the court documents. We know about the baby oil and so forth and everything like that. And we know about, what happened with Cassie and everything like that. So, one, they didn't cancel him after Cassie. So, let's start there.
Right.
So, then two, with the freak offs or whatever the case may be.
I think that's just his business.
Like,
whatever.
But I don't think he has reached the level of R. Kelly as of yet, because you know, and I'm saying this in the aspect of no one is taking the stand to say this is what he's done to me,
right,
or whatever like that. As of right now, we have a lot of speculation, or I was a victim, but no one has taken a stand and come out like Cassie has to like tell us exactly what he did.
And there are
and I feel like she should have been enough to cancel him versus, you know, the freak offs. He did this to this artist and this artist and this person was there and everything like that, and of course human trafficking and so forth and everything like that. So I think like once victims start to come out and speak their truth, and or we see more damning evidence of what he done, like that video of him and Cassie or something like that, is when like we can go down the road of like a hard cancellation. But people haven't canceled out R. Kelly.
I'm not. Well, and that's what I was going to say. My point. So let me go back to the freak offs because I did kind of make light of that. The one thing that I will say is that I've heard, and I don't know, again, I'm not following the story like that, but I've heard that there are...
7-Eleven.
Oh, make a wish. The one thing that I have heard is just like random stories of... There was one particular woman and I think a boy, a young man, said that they were very young and in that space. So that is very like... But... To your point,
that's what they say. Like it was a lot of young people, and you know it happened when a lot of people were young and everything like that. And again, I mean, same thing with R. Kelly. The girls were young and everything like that. But my whole thing is these are things that people knew, you know, and maybe it takes time to build a case. But in the 90s, we knew about Aaliyah.
Right.
We knew. There was a whole R. Kelly sex tape that people were like,
they turned a blind eye.
Watch.
Yeah.
You know, people
watched
it,
it, but they turned a blind
eye
to the fact that was a young kid.
And so, like, that's when when people talk about, like, you know, when people start to get upset and cancel R. Kelly and everything, you know, well within your right. But I was just like, everybody didn't know this? Like,
we knew.
This was common knowledge. Like,
yeah.
I didn't understand like why is our anger so high now? And it's just like, but y'all knew this.
Y'all wasn't mad then. I think for me, I think that I am going to.
And then also like check
music.
the age of some of your aunts and uncles. Check the age difference. Like it was a thing.
Oh.
It was a thing. Like check out some of these age differences. Especially like anyone that got together in the 90s during that time. 90s, 2000s. I mean, chicks in high school was having niggas that was 21, 22 pulling up, like to pick them up from school. Like grown ass men was like picking up girls from high school. So it was
or
just like,
you was a high school student borrowing your mama car to go to some grown man's house.
It was a thing, and I'm not saying that it was right, but it was a thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like we knew, like the freak off shit. I didn't know that part, but
that's
But his arrogance level and everything like that, I was like, okay, I can see that for her.
I feel like he has then, and I don't know. It's weird now because I feel like he's been humbled in a sense, but at the same time, is that just because everything's coming out now? Yeah. That your demeanor has changed. He's still in jail, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't follow the story.
Yeah, me either.
It's so much.
I have two quick things and then we can go into these mini topics, is that what we're going to call them? So one thing, and this is just really, really quick. Walk by air is very important. I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. Like when you walk past someone.
Oh, like sit down air.
Yes. Last night, I was out, and I saw this very attractive being. Not very, but attractive.
Come on, being.
Yeah. I hate that you make me feel judged sometimes. And my foot went to sleep.
Where is that? I saw a very attractive bee. Are we reading a novel? What? Okay,
are you dead?
I've never said bee. Like that, you gotta describe them.
No. Just attractive.
Okay, go ahead, being.
So you know how
he was created in God's image. You hear me? It is given that a being
attractive.
I've never called someone a being. My God.
I'm gonna take very off. Just attractive. Tall. Like, you know how you have.
He was giving tall, dark, and handsome.
Very.
Oh, okay.
Not very, but yes. Tall, dark, handsome. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay.
Walked by me and I was just like,
Pew.
That's not what I said. But what I said was,
You should have.
You know what it gave? It was a very stale smell. Like, you know how sometimes you get clothes, right, in the mail, and they maybe been in a factory or something. It just has
or just been shipping.
sitting. Sitting for a very long time.
He didn't pay for express shipping.
He didn't pay for it. And you obviously, whatever body wash, soap, whatever, didn't give anything. It didn't seem like he had any scent. And I was just like...
So did he go from being to human or person?
This person. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Now he downgraded that fast.
It's a thing. You don't think that's a thing? Like, if somebody walks by you...
No, it is a thing.
But like... And it wasn't like he stunk. It wasn't giving
but
that.
But also, you don't smell your clothes. Like, I smell my clothes.
Right.
Even if I know, like, clothes that are just, like, in my closet, like, I still smell them before I put them on. Like, are you fresh? Like,
right.
Like, when was the last time I wore you? I know I cleaned you, but when was the last time I wore you?
Literally, and the reason I use the clothing as an example is because I just recently ordered something from a store that I will never ever use again because all of their clothes smell really funny to me.
Ew.
I was just like, what is that? Anyways, yeah, it was just very off-putting.
Okay.
So I was just like, ugh.
Being.
Now I'm just like, not that I was going to say anything, but I definitely didn't say anything. And the last thing, this could have been a question. And it is a question, but it's not one of your five. So.
Damn.
There's a phrase. Is there a phrase that you're just like, I don't like? So for me, this phrase, I hate when people say this to me, around me. Like, it's just annoying. When they be like, you know the vibes. No, I don't. Like, that's annoying to me.
One of our friends say that.
Ours?
Yes.
He does. But... I don't think he because you said it, it made me remember that he said it. He says it, but I guess he doesn't say it enough for me. Or age
You're
old.
giving him a pass because he's your friend.
Exactly. I was just going to say, friends get passes. I don't like that.
As soon as you said it, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
It didn't for me, and it didn't resonate with me because I don't think. I mean, I know that he says it, but not enough.
Oh my
not
God.
enough to be annoying. But people, I just be like when you talking to somebody or whatever, like, well, you know the vibes. No, I don't.
Damn,
I
friend.
don't.
Damn.
I don't. Tell me.
I just be like, okay. But
that's a
phrase that
irritates
me
irks my spirit.
Irks me. On the spot.
It's.
I don't have one that I can think of right now that I'm just like, oh, girl.
It'll come to you.
I'm sure it will, but I'm just thinking real quick. Has anyone? Well, people say a lot of things that irritate me.
People irritate you. Silent people irritate you.
Like, are you here?
I'm looking for the There we go. Okay, we'll come back to it.
Yeah, I don't think I have just. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Go ahead, move on.
Okay, so one of the many topics that we have is, where did it go? I don't know if this is a question that someone asked or if it was just a general something that came up. But are you entitled to have like a different vibe or a different identity from your best friend and or your circle?
Yeah. I mean,
that's the easy answer.
Yeah, I mean, because we're all individuals.
Right.
But
I think that a lot of times people have that mentality, birds of a feather flock together. So there has to be some likeness. And I don't necessarily agree that it has to be some likeness. Like, I feel like we can be
some type of, there's something in common here amongst us as far as like, while we're friends. Yes, we're, opposites attract. So that explains like, our difference in each other, but there's still something in common, or it's something that we do that similar as far as friends.
But I also feel like
we pick up each other's traits.
We do. But I think but I feel like also that because you are a certain way, don't have that expectation of me.
Absolutely.
Because I am, at the end of the day, Ramont is Ramont and I'm Reese.
Reese likes to talk, I don't.
I will talk. I don't always like to talk.
I won't.
You will. You will engage if engaged with and you need to.
I'd engage with Reggie and he was standing right next to me until I needed to.
Because you were talking about at the event.
And he was standing right next to me.
Reggie wanted attention. He wanted somebody to talk to. And I don't know why. Maybe you appear friendly. Because I'm like, I was like,
I have a friendly face.
Like, why he over there?
Like, he should have moved around a long time ago.
Not that I needed or wanted to talk to him, but it was just like, what?
But y'all were. I didn't talk to him.
He had a smart ass mouth. That's why. For me, that's what. But I just think that, it even comes down to sometimes people feel because, not you specifically, but because you don't like someone, that I don't like them. And that's not going to be the case all the time. You can have a problem with someone or dislike someone or not be whatever, and that's a different situation for me. Now there's a level of respect that's going to be there. Like, you ain't finna dog my friend. Like, we've had this conversation. There have been people that we've been around, worked with, that did not fuck with you, did not fancy, let me not say that, did not fancy you. And so
it can be not fuck with. I don't give a
right. And so for me, it was just kind of like, okay, we can be cool and you can have your feelings and, all of that. But again, not too much on my friend.
Yeah.
But I think that some people think because, like, I've even been hit with I didn't talk to you because I know you're friends with so-and-so and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, well, that's your loss, because I don't take on what my friends feel about
and
someone.
I don't sway my friends' judgments.
Yeah, absolutely not. Because why would I?
I tell them what you did to me.
And that I don't fuck with you. And that's that.
And they can do whatever they want to do. Like, it doesn't make me any different.
But do you ever feel like in those situations, right? Do you feel like say there was someone that you really didn't fuck with and I was cool with them. Like, we were not just cordial or social, but they were like not a friend, but close. Like, we may go to lunch every now and then. Or
okay.
Like, would you have a problem with that? Mm-mm. Because some people feel like that's a lack of loyalty because I don't fuck with them or for whatever reason. And you call yourself my friend, how could you?
No, I can see that thought process and that aspect about it, but I don't feel as if you guys are sitting there having a bitch fest about me or sitting there talking about me. You know what I mean? So Go to lunch, girl. Have fun. Enjoy. I hope the meal was good. Like, are you going to come back and tell me that you guys had lunch? Absolutely not. I don't care. Like, why would you tell me?
It's not going to be a secret, but I also think that, like, to your point,
it's not even a secret, but I wouldn't ask, and I wouldn't make it that you feel the need to come back and tell me that you had lunch, with this particular person that I don't fancy. So,
well, let me ask you this then. So, to that point, do you feel like if
I get real comfortable,
as you should,
I get comfortable vibes.
So say you don't fuck with Bob, and
come on, Bob.
Me and Bob is cool. Bob is like, yeah, let's go to lunch or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then you're like, hey, Reese, let's record on this particular day. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to lunch with Bob. Do you have an expectation that because you don't fuck with him, you don't want to hear nothing about him? Or is it?
No. And in that aspect, it was warranted. Like, oh, no, I'm going to lunch with Bob. I can't. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay. but you're not feeling no type of way. Some people do. And
I mean, I'm going to throw a little shade, of course, but I mean, that's just natural. But
I don't want nobody to, I don't want any of my friends to feel like they can dictate to me what I do and who I do it with. You know what I'm saying? I think that.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, I would not, like, unless Bob beat my ass.
Right.
Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
vibe,
there is no other.
That's a different vibe. Right. You know the vibe.
Right. Like, my mom wants you know the vibes. You know I don't fuck around. Like, unless Bob beat my ass. Like, right. There is no other reason why you can't go to lunch with Bob if y'all cool. Like, if we just had a falling out off a difference of opinion, or I personally don't like the way he moves this and the third, and that could be just with me. He could be different around you.
Right.
So I can't, he could be a sweetheart to you and see me and be like, fuck you. And, I don't like Bob. Yeah. So I can't tell you don't hang out with Bob for those particular reasons.
The lesson for me was learned, honestly, and this is because I don't think we've ever talked about this, or maybe we have. I don't know. Years ago.
I mean, but you got friends I don't really care for.
And vice versa. So,
exactly.
The point, like, I had to get there, though, because I used to be that person that was like, if I don't fuck with them, you don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
I used to have that mentality.
Very, very immature back in the day. Yeah. Yeah.
But I was big grown and still felt that way. But I realized because there was someone that I was not fucking with, right? And I don't think you guys have ever been friends necessarily, but you guys were interacting on on Facebook. That's how long ago this was. And I was just like, I was seething inside. I was just like, why the fuck would Ramont even engage with this person? Ooh. Yeah, I was just like, ew. And I had, and then I was like, but who am I to tell Ramont what he can't? Like, not that I'm telling you, but why do I have an expectation that because I don't fuck with this person that you can't? And then it's like, I know that you guys aren't friends. I know that relationship is probably just a Facebook situation, but I just was in my own feelings. So I processed and got through that. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's within the entire group, there are people there are mutual friends, well, y'all friends, that I don't care for. And if y'all have something, I can't tell y'all, don't invite this person. Like, friend, it's your space. It's for you. We're here to celebrate you. But I've been seething before, too. But I can't say, don't invite that bitch. I'm going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not my place. But so, like, even at one of your birthdays, I was like, why the fuck you invite her? But it's your birthday. It's a little different from an interaction on Facebook. You whore. That bitch was in my presence. Now I gotta rethink something.
Because I know exactly what we're talking about.
And I feel like all of y'all have done it. You know what? I don't understand why my friends do this to me. I don't understand. I be so nice.
Oh my goodness. I don't understand.
Because I don't do it to y'all. Because I don't do it for y'all. I don't do this to y'all because I don't fuck with me.
Because you don't mess with nobody. I'm so mad I gotta use my
seething. You hear me?
I was
and that bitch had my number, girl. She said, "I got your number." Reese be This it wasn't I have a high tolerance for a lot of things. And Reese over there talking about, I have zero patience. Ma'am, I need to do a few things to you that you have done to me to build your tolerance.
It's not necessary. That's not necessary at all.
But yeah, I mean, and I guess within those moments is when you start to realize, like, like when people say, like to have like a large function and there are people there that don't get along, but our purpose of being here is to celebrate this one person. This is where we have common ground. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this is above us. We're here for this person or this particular thing. Like, there isn't room for our bitterness, exactly. Yeah. So if I'm here for you, I don't give a fuck about anyone else that's here. If I like you,
Exactly.
if I don't like you, I'm here for you to make sure you have a good time. And as long as they stay out of my way,
Yeah. I agree with
I am
you
good. You know what I mean?
1000%, yeah.
I'm good.
But that takes, I think that is, and it's going to sound weird, but it takes a lot of adulting to do that. I think that a lot of us aren't grown in that respect because it's like, well, I don't mess with them. Why would you invite them? Da, 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 da. And it's just like, but it's not about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
Why would
Now,
you
if I'm
invite them
doing-
to your party if you know that I don't
Yeah,
fuck with them?
because now, and that's why I was very adamant about anything that I did. I did not share a guest list because if you're coming based on who is coming, then don't come. Mm-hmm. If you're that concerned about who may be coming, then just don't come. Well, can you tell me if someone's
I've been through the guest list scenarios a few times.
I'm not going to tell that secret because. Anyways, yeah.
And my thing is, if I know that you're not doing it with ill intent,
right?
You know, you're not doing this because you want some drama. You know what I mean?
It's not like I'm inviting you to lunch with your arch nemesis and like, okay, let's all sit down together. Like, no, that's weird.
People have asked to do that with me. I say, girl, not me.
For what? No.
Not me.
For that, no.
Not me, girl. Not me.
But you know what I think it is?
Not
I
me.
think that people have a false sense of who you really are. And I think I've said that before to you.
Because I appear so nice.
Yes, you do. You present.
It's so nice and welcoming.
But you're not
so conversation.
You're not you're not not you're not you're not a nice person. I could have just said you're not mean. But you're not a nice person, but I think that people underestimate your
niceness.
Your ability to really stand on business in a sense. Like if you don't fuck with somebody, you just don't fuck with them. And I think that the one good thing about you with one particular situation is that I think that you gave way more grace than I would have.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Way more grace than I would have. And I don't think that there's a phrase like, you gave all that and people still don't really respect that. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to see that I'm giving this grace. Leave me alone before it becomes something else. So, but yeah, I think it's unfair that when people see a group of friends or two friends, best friends, whatever, that it's like, oh, they are this or they are that.
That's how they think of us.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think it's unfair because we're all different people. We all have different personalities. We definitely connect on some level, but that doesn't mean that we're all the same person. So treat me as a fucking individual. Let me show you that I'm who I am, and then dislike me or like me for that, not because you think that Ramont is a great person. Now Reese has to be a great person, or you think Ramont is an asshole and now I'm an asshole. No.
I mean, and people told me like, oh, I thought you was just like, you know, this mean person. I'm just like, oh my God, why?
Right.
Me?
Clutch Pearls.
No.
So this next one is a question that was asked a while ago. And I think I wanted to make a topic out of it, but it's definitely a mini topic.
Okay.
How do you break up with someone? Somebody asked that, and I was just like, you want our advice on that? Because I feel like, to me...
Child, Reese is the wrong one to ask. This Reese.
Bye. Like, what are we doing? Exactly. And I'm going to take a picture and put it on Instagram.
I mean, do you want to role play?
There's so many levels to it.
You want to role play?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So how long have we been dating? Let's set the scene. How long have we been dating?
I didn't get all that from the scenario. But let's say, because...
Yeah, because like I said, it's levels. So like...
I would say at least a year, because I would have to care. Because 6 months is a very short... Not very short, but it's a short enough time.
Let's give like 6 months, a year. No, I'm sorry. Let's start with situationship. Then let's do 6 months, a year,
okay,
and so forth. Okay, so all right, you want to like,
am I the break
you want to go back and forth?
Am I the break up?
All right, so all right, it's a situationship. Which one you want to do? You breaking up with me, or I'm breaking up with you?
Ooh, a situationship. Well, we already know what I'm gonna do. So you break up with me, because I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, that was fun.
Situationship. Mm-hmm. I'm breaking up with you.
Mm-hmm. Like what? Because what is the circumstance? I guess I needed to ask more questions. Because the circumstances matter.
We're just gonna create a whole scenario here. You just did something I ain't like. So
your walk by air is trash. Or my walk by air, but I hope it's not.
In your situationship, I'm busy.
You're busy? What you mean busy?
No, I'm busy. Every time that you try
reach
to see
out,
me, I'm busy.
So you want it? So it's basically
It's gonna just die down.
Figure it out.
We're not.
But what if I'm not that person? I'm like, hey. What if I'm very patient?
You can be patient all you want. I'll still communicate, but we won't see each other.
So you're ghosting.
So when they say, when I'm gonna see you about again on accident, not on purpose,
because that's the opposite. Wait, you would say that?
I probably wouldn't, but we wouldn't. There would be no effort. There would be a change in conversation.
But you know what's crazy is that some people don't recognize that.
They don't know that social cue.
No, they don't.
And you got to lay it out for them.
Well, for me, so I will tell you that for me with a situationship, I don't think that. No, I haven't. There's one situation, and this situation was a while ago, and it was one of those situations where it died off. And then it was like, hey, where you been? Da, da, da. And I was like, oh, I can engage because we've already set the tone that this isn't going to be anything anymore. Mm-hmm. But they, wanted to revisit. And I was just like, yeah, no. And I was very upfront, very blunt. Like, I don't see it going further because of these things. And so it's still, to this day, still like, hey, what's up? I want to see you. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, and you know I love to eat. They was like, I'll cook. Like, can I cook for you? And I was like, I don't know that I trust you to cook for me. I didn't tell the reason why. The reason why, y'all, is because the one time I went over there, the one time, but a time that I went over there, the refrigerator opened, and it just was, I don't know. Looking in somebody's refrigerator is like telling in a little bit.
It is.
And it was messy.
So, yeah.
It was messy, but not. Like, there wasn't a whole lot in there, but the things that were in there were just like, I don't know. So you can't cook for me. And I think that
Was it leftovers or like groceries?
It was like, I remember the celery bag. Like, the celery was like wilted. Like, it was like, it was like flat. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't crisp. It just seemed like it had been there for a long time. There was like a pickle jar that had, it just didn't look like anything in there was edible. So no. And so I think that, like you said, I gave social cues like, no, because I love to eat. And that was one thing that we established, because we did go out to eat a couple times. I want to cook for you. No. Wow. So I'm still waiting for it to die.
Clearly, that thing came back to life. You can't kill a mummy. Yeah. You got to shoot it in the head.
Okay.
No, not a mummy, a zombie. You can't kill. You got to shoot it in the head, friend.
I was like, mummies are already dead, aren't they? Well, no, mummy. I don't know.
I'm thinking about movies when the mummies come back to life. But at that point, they're a zombie. You got to shoot it in the head, friend.
Yeah.
You can't kill them. All they do, they eat you and turn you into one.
But again, okay, so for situationships, it's not really a break up per se. It's just more just moving on. Yeah. And see, I feel like I'm very good with social cues.
But you know what? It's always depending on who ghosted who. And if you see them out again, and then they, tell their friends, we used to talk, but he ghosted me. You know that story's always going to be told. Yeah. And the other person ain't going to think shit about it.
Yeah.
But that other person is going to be over in a corner somewhere like, oh yeah, like we used to talk.
Yeah, we used to talk,
but he ghosted me. I don't even know why. Like, they got a whole story about you.
But I think that
seething and being.
I think that what's interesting is it's valid when it's your story.
But honestly, in a breakup, there'll always be two sides to the story.
3. Yours, mine, and the truth. Yeah.
Boom.
Because there's definitely it's gonna be one sided. But I've been that person that's been like, you see them? Because I've told you, I've been ghosted, and it's been kind of like
seething.
Well,
And the other person ain't give a damn.
but what bothers me is ghost me, but don't approach me. Don't talk to me afterwards.
First said ghost all the way.
Go. Just
first said all the way.
disappear. Like if you
never
see me,
met,
you don't,
and you don't even see me anymore.
and that's what it's given. Like why?
Wow.
Okay, why
bro.
would you ghost me just
And
to
they come up like,
back and
hey,
be
Reese.
what's up?
No.
What? What's your name? Because what? No. Like,
Because you're not going to play in my face.
Because your reasons are valid, but if you could not verbalize that, and again, I've been that too. And if I see someone, if you don't speak to me, I'm not speaking to you.
Absolutely.
Now, if you speak, I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to create a space where it's like, oh my God, there's tension in here. No, but I'm not. If I ghosted you, baby, Casper, you can't see me.
Nah, that's the other movie. What was the one with Whoopi? Wasn't that movie called Ghost?
I was thinking, it was, I think. What was I thinking? The Mask.
Not The Mask.
It was with the Patrick Swayze, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Ghost, yeah.
Literally,
Because
couldn't
I'm
see him
just
at
like,
all.
what?
Had to talk through somebody.
Exactly. And that's, I don't understand. Okay, so, did you say 6 months?
Okay, so answer this person's question, how do you break up with someone? Either, these are your options. Either you are going to be upfront and let them know exactly why you're breaking up with them, what you don't like, and also please indicate where you have tried to make to like compromise with particular things and it's just not working for you. And at this point, we are now breaking up. And it doesn't matter how long it's been, but at least do that. Other than that, ghost them. And be like, or
I don't condone ghosting.
Or be.
Or in a
I gotta
relationship.
give out all the options. Or
I think in a
be like,
situationship, sure. But
I mean, if we ain't living together, like, you know what?
can you ghost someone that you live? I mean, I guess you could.
I don't see that motherfucker.
I've seen it where people have moved out and it's like, baby, I don't know.
I don't know you. But just tell them how, why you are breaking up with them, what it is. And it's just not, it is better if we are apart before it becomes a lot worse.
And I will say this, one thing that I've learned is words matter, right?
Yes.
So when you're having a conversation with someone, specifically when you are breaking something off,
be mindful of your words.
Yes, because one thing that I've done myself and hasn't been the best is I don't think this is working, People will use that and be like, well, because that gives them a little bit of hope, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think that
in a way that in which they can change around the situation.
And it's like,
and
so
like that.
For me, I've been very like, I'm not interested in doing this. I know that whatever it is. It's a very, one, it's I statements, and two, very direct. It's not I've been thinking about this and no. Nope. I thought about it and I don't really want to be here anymore. I think it's just, again, I would agree. Be direct. And Ramont said, provide examples. I don't think that's necessary because if you come to this, I think that it's fair in a situation where there's been like longevity.
Because you have to keep in mind that most likely this person is blindsided by this information, or they're going to appear blindsided by it,
or they didn't think that it was where it is.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys are experiencing the same things, just different.
Right. So
places.
You have, and that's what I'm saying, provide the example so therefore they can be aware of what was going on and or their actions at the time. Because if you don't, their viewpoint and your viewpoint are going to be different. So if you're saying you're like, why are you breaking up with me? What I do?
Right.
I thought we were good.
Exactly. I agree. I think that that's fair.
Unless you're like, fuck you, get the fuck out. You can go out there. And then you ain't got to say shit, just leave.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I could do that. Somebody said, I don't know.
Would you want to stay and fight for it?
No, because I'm just like, that's very... No, I probably would. I'd probably like, okay.
If they just automatically went to anger and you're trying to have a conversation with them, just leave.
I'm out.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah, I agree. Because I'm trying to think of situations that I've been in, but I ain't never been in that.
Right.
Anybody ever been like, bitch, go. Because who you talking to? I'm going to go. But who the fuck is you talking to? Because this ain't that.
I hope whoever needed that advice, I hope we didn't take too long to get it back to you. You still not in that situation.
I don't remember who it was.
I hope they didn't need it to actually.
But I wrote it in the thing, so.
I hope they needed to like, and they still waiting. Like one day they're going.
Maybe they worked it out.
They sent us a follow up.
If you were the one that asked me to ask Ramont and have the conversation about how to break up with someone, please let us know how that worked out for you.
Like, did you really need it?
Did you guys break up? And if not, was you waiting on this advice to get gone?
And if you was, I hope we did.
So
you some
sorry.
justice.
I'm so sorry it took so long.
It was a delay.
I always say that. My apologies for the delay. But yeah, did you have another baby topic?
No, I didn't have a mini topic. I'm sorry.
Let me see if I have one that we can.
Do I? I don't think so. Do. Where's my notes app on here?
Not
There they
people.
go.
Is our time up? Is the next people coming for the undisclosed location pulling up? I would say this is a like mini thing. It kind of aligns with what we were talking about earlier with judging someone based off of their friends or whatever. Get to know me, or just believe what you've heard. Like, you can get to know me. Like, if you've heard, like, if you were like, oh, they say that Reese is just a nasty, foul person. He has a horrible attitude. Da 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 da.
Damn.
I don't like when people lead with stuff like that. Oh, I heard da 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 about you. Well, do you want to get to know me, or do you want to go with that? Because I'm not going to convince you that I'm not something that you've heard.
Oh, absolutely. You can keep whatever story you got in your mind.
Because whoever told you that, they felt comfortable telling you that. You received the information. But one, I don't understand why people bring that back to you. Oh, I heard you were da 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 da. Okay. So what's next? Because
why are you here?
Yeah. But my point is, believe it or get to know me. But don't bring that to my table. Because now I'm looking at you kind of like, are you what do you call that? A bone carrier, bone collector, whatever?
You can be what I'm not. The thing is, I'm not going to give you nothing else additional to. I'm not going to clean up this story.
Right.
This and third.
Because it wasn't my perspective anyway.
Only thing I'm asking, I say, well, who told you that?
That
is the only question I'm going to
ask. Who said that?
Who told you that?
But isn't it always interesting when you hear who it is, if they do tell you who it is, it's like, makes sense because of whatever
I'll
reason.
say, okay, makes sense.
Right. Very on par.
On brand.
On brand.
That's what I tell people. I say, oh, that's on brand for you. Got it.
Okay.
And I don't get nothing else after that.
So since we're here and we don't have any other topics, I have a few questions. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Because I wore my shirt. Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't do that.
I like Biggie, but I feel like Pac, like...
I can't give a why because I'm not that invested into like the hip hop culture.
Okay.
To like give like he had this album. And, no,
You just enjoy him more.
I listened to more Biggie than I did Tupac.
I was definitely... I like both of them.
Well, you grew up on that side of the map.
Yeah.
So I was
Maybe
over here.
that's why.
Yeah. I was over here. You was over there.
That's true. I don't know that I ever thought that. So in my head, in my heart, I was never really a West Coast. Like, even growing up there, I just don't ever felt like I
didn't feel like you belonged there?
No.
Oh.
When I got here, I was like, okay, this is where I belong. Even though when I first got here, they didn't make me feel like I belonged here. I felt like I belonged here. So I was like, but Tupac was just something about him. I just really enjoyed his music. Maybe it was a West Coast thing. Maybe we heard him more growing up.
Of course, naturally I heard more Biggie more.
Yeah.
New York artists a lot more.
Okay. So this is a 2-part question. What is one talent that you wish you had? It's a 2-parter.
Well, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
Mm-hmm. I said that the other day at work. They was like, Reese, you know everything. I said, no, I know a little bit about everything.
I don't know. A talent that I wish I had.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe...
Thank you.
How to sing. And not like giving like I'm about to like, blow your socks off type of singing, but at least be able to like hold a note here and there.
Okay.
A little yin yang around the house, but I sound good enough, like where my friends get mad if it's karaoke night, but not good enough where like I'm not singing. Like no one's gonna book me to sing the national anthem, but my friends get mad if I come to karaoke. Like that, like that's my level.
Okay. Because I think if you do well at karaoke, baby, you might have to sing.
Ain't nobody booking me.
Okay. All right. So the second part of that is, what talent that you currently have would you give up to have that talent?
Oh, none. Ain't
so you don't want to sing that bad?
Man, it ain't that serious. I keep being tone deaf, pitch deaf. Sound like you can't scream.
Pitch deaf a thing?
It might be. It might be how I sound. I don't know. I'll keep singing in the car, in the shower, have my own concerts, and yeah, absolutely not.
Okay.
Don't do give up cooking.
Did I don't know if I asked you this question. I didn't mark it off.
I'll tell you if you ask me. I know.
If you could be anything other than a human.
Yeah, you did. That was my answer last week. Last time we were
recording. Oh, okay, good. Well, let me look. I might have doubled up because maybe I didn't mark off these from last time. Wait, I didn't. I didn't come up with no new questions because I thought I had a cue. Because look, these are the ones that I've asked because I was like, I don't want to repeat, but I didn't mark those off from last time. Thank you so much for listening.
Anything. I think I had one for you.
What?
I did. And I had this because I asked my coworkers, and I asked a different group of people as well, and I just want to see your answer. Mm-hmm. Would you want your 20-year-old body back?
Ooh. I would say, because that's all that you're giving me, so I can kind of go from there.
Okay.
I would take my 20-year-old body and it would be the jumping point to get where I really want to be. Like my 20-year-old, so I was barely thin in my 20s.
Okay.
Specifically at 20, I was very thin. So, but I didn't do anything, right? Like I wasn't in the gym or anything. I would definitely bulk that body up. Like I would work out and I would have a nice chest. And I think that would be...
Got you.
Yeah, I would work on it to make it what I desire.
Okay. So when the reason I asked you is, so the two groups that I asked a group of gay men and asked a group of heterosexuals. Mm-hmm. So it was interesting, like the group of gay men were just like, absolutely not. Like, I don't want that. Even for me, I know what I looked at in my time. I said, I don't want that body back. No, give me my body I got today. Like, this is the one I want.
Right.
But the heterosexuals, they was just all like, yeah, I want my 20-year-old body back. I want, like, men and women, they was like, yeah, give me my, and it was just interesting. But I think more like with the gay men, I guess because they all worked out and where they are now versus moms and dad bods and everything like this. So,
and that's what I was going to say.
And even some of the guys, I was just like, really? But I think like, okay, dad bods and children,
right.
Like, so okay, I'll say, okay, makes sense. But it was just very interesting to see that. Next question. Okay, maybe I do have more questions for you.
Oh.
If there were any game shows, past or present, that you would go on, what would they be?
I always wanted to go on Family Feud.
With your family?
With my friends. Like, I would go with my family. Like, so I will tell you that, like, my mom is very, she's very outgoing.
Honestly, all of y'all is a whole team. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I would go with my family or my friends. I think that people see my sister in a light that I don't see her in.
Okay.
Like, they're like, oh my gosh, she's so friendly. She's so this. And I'm just like, where? And my mom has a personality and my sister has a personality. She's just not as outgoing in my opinion. And then my niece, definitely. My brothers and sisters on my dad's side, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. So yes, but I've always wanted to go on Family Feud.
Is that the only show?
Like a game show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm as much as I like games, I don't really watch game shows. Family Feud is the one, and then everything else I watch is like challenges. I've wanted to go on like the Real World Road Rules challenge.
Would you do Big Brother?
I probably would try it, but I don't think that my mind doesn't work like I'm not a manipulator like that. I feel like you have to have a manipulative mind and gameplay. I feel like I come into a space very genuine and very trusting. And I know that shit is like, like we come in there friends and Ramont be like, bitch, Reese gotta go. Okay, well he gotta go because I gotta get this money. And I'm gonna be like, Ramont can't go. They're gonna be like, well, bitch, you gotta go. So I don't think I have the manipulation in me, but I
wouldn't do you like that.
I would want to do like a challenge show, like again, like the minus the water challenges. Like I don't want to be in the water.
That's gonna be the first challenge,
right?
To get you out of there.
They're gonna be like, get up here and jump in the water. Look, how much time we got?
Episode 1 gone.
What happened to Reese? He didn't even make it to elimination. He just eliminated himself. No,
He said my bags ain't even unpacked.
Right.
The van is still running.
Exactly. Get him out of here. Yeah, but I would want to try. I would definitely want to try. I think that I would excel in that. I feel like I would be underestimated in a space like that. But Big Brother is, again, that's a lot of mind games. And I'm too fucking real for that shit.
You may win because you know you're working on some real shit. Like y'all sit up here playing in my motherfucking face, and I'm not for this shit. So
hey,
this is what she.
You gonna backdoor me? You gonna backdoor me, bitch?
This is what she said about you. This is what she said about you.
So
because this is what we're gonna do.
So what's up?
Either we're gonna keep it 100.
100. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. And Big Brother is a very long.
Yeah, it is.
And I hate not being able to. Like it's. I don't like that there's so many shows, like even binging it is hard. Mm-hmm. So, would you want a show? A game show?
Yeah, I got a few.
Which ones?
You sound so shocked.
Because I'm like...
So I would do Family Feud, family or friends. Mm-hmm. But I'm very competitive, so there may be some arguments that happen.
You know what? I realized just in you saying that, because I was going to say... I don't see that, but you always host a game. Like, you don't ever really play.
No.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to host it.
Yeah. I just realized that. Maybe I've never really seen the competitive side of you then.
Because I hate to be mad at my friends.
I get it.
Because you done fucked up.
Yeah.
You did
I'm glad that you know you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm always ready. Let me host. Let me read the instructions. I got this.
Yeah. Because our friends are very competitive.
I'm a very good host.
Yeah. That's crazy. That just hit me. Vermont ain't never really played no game.
I've never played a game. I'm very competitive.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the only time I play is when we do like the taboo or something, but I'm like the team lead.
So you got to be in charge of the girls or no? I'm not doing none of this shit.
I got to pick my team.
Okay.
Or don't pick me. Because if you pick me,
some of our friends are not good. Like, I'm competitive, but I'm not aggressive competitive. I'm more fun competitive. But then some of our friends are so not competitive at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just be like, oh, I'm sorry. Bitch, no. Like,
we're losing. And it's your fault. You're a loser.
But I would also do Price is Right.
Okay. I used to watch that.
Wheel of Fortune. I would like to do that.
Okay.
And so if I'm pretty president, and then it's you know how we do, I guess, this back in the day it was called like Pyramid. Like you give like buzzwords and I got to figure out. Yeah.
Yes. I have seen that recently. I don't know if it's.
We bought the game, the 25 words or less, because we actually like have the game now. So I don't even know if it's still on now, but like that looked like a fun game.
The pyramid game. I was talking to somebody at a function and he was telling me about a game where it's like you have 6 qualities of a person, I guess. And so 3 of them are good and 3 of them are bad. So the room, whoever's playing, all have these cards or characteristics. I don't know what specifically they're in or whatever. But each person, so like if you're the person we're trying to convince, I would say this person has a 6-figure income, drives a Mercedes, and has 0 kids. But his breath stinks. He doesn't shower every day, and he's a mama's boy. I don't know. That's not negative, but something. He's a garbage man. So then I have to try to convince you to pick my person, even though he's got these 3 things that are good and these 3 things that are bad. So it's like,
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, and I was like, and so he was like, each person kind of gives their spiel as to why their person is the best. I think it's like a dating thing, like not a dating game per se, but I think that's. I need to reach out to him and ask him what the game is. Because the crazy thing is, if you're listening, sir, he talked about this. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to have it at my game night, but didn't extend it invite. And I was like, oh. But we're just associates, so it's not like, I didn't take it personally, but I am going to ask him about the game because I think
maybe he could have been the type that he wanted you to ask, like for the details and information, and you're not that type of person.
Is that okay? If
he said, "Oh, I'm having," and if your follow would have meant, "Oh, when is it?" and that could have led into, "Oh, it's this date and time, this, that, and the third." Yeah,
would you do that?
Depends on how much I know the person.
Yeah, no. I think even if I know them well, and they were like in that instance, we were talking about the happy hour, and he was like, "Well, are there going to be games?" And I was just like, "No, we're not doing any games." He was like, "Oh, because I just saw this game and da 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 da," and that's how we got on the topic. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
And he said, "I'm gonna have."
He's like, "I'm having a game night on whatever date," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Somebody did say, I didn't get the invite, and he was like, "Oh, I'll send it to you." But I just thought that was very. One, you jumped in the conversation to ask about the invite.
And
but
I sent it to you, and he didn't say anything to you.
Mm-mm.
He didn't say if you wanted it. Did you want to come? Rude.
Yeah,
rude. He got no.
But it was fine. Like,
he got no manners because I'm not bringing up something that I'm not inviting you to or around you.
Yeah.
No
but what if you're in a space and you're talking to somebody else
and somebody jumps in?
Yeah. Do you feel the need to invite them now that they're in the conversation? No. I don't. I'm just gonna say that. Like,
no, because when I have stuff, it's very intentional. So if I didn't invite you, like, no. If I wanted you there, you would be there.
What do you think about +1s?
Please let me know if you're bringing a guest so there's no surprise on my end or their end.
Very true.
I mean, that was in my invite.
Oh, okay.
it
Very
was in
fair.
my invite. So that's why I can say it, because that was in my invite. I said that.
Yeah. I don't.
That's how I feel about it. And it's very nice. Please let me know.
It's fair.
So there's no surprise on my end or their end, because I would hate to ask them to leave.
I would hate to be the person that's to leave. I'm so sorry, Keely. I feel like, oh. Yeah. Because you know that it was a conversation before it came to you. So everybody's over there looking at you, being told to leave. And then what if the person...
Say your friend.
What if the person that invited you doesn't leave with you?
Friend, stay right here. Stay right here. Friend, it's gonna be stay right here. I'm gonna go ask them, friend. Just stay right here. I'm gonna go ask them. Don't move, friend. It's gonna be fine. Friend,
No. Let me tell you. When I'm a +1, did we clear this? Because I'm not pulling up. Stand outside for a sec. I'm going home.
Have you ever +1 me? Yeah, I feel like you have.
I don't think so.
I know who has. He does it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. He always says
I appreciate it though. Like, because
he did it one time, and that's why I don't like this one particular person.
You told me that story. That was the story. The story that I gave you was the one about this individual that threw me a birthday party and invited someone that he was cool with that I was not. Oh. And during my so I felt, and y'all probably heard this story, I felt like it was okay for me to say thank you for everybody that came and the ones that weren't invited as well.
That motherfucker told me, he said, "Monty, I'm glad you're here, even though I didn't invite you." I ain't talked to that man since.
Thank
and
you guys.
We are in 2024.
This was when?
2016. I still don't like that man. Off of that one comment, that one line, still don't like him.
But it wasn't his fault. I mean, it was his fault that he said it.
He had to say it.
He did.
Because I ain't do nothing to you. And honestly, I prior to that day, I don't even think like we've ever had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we've never had.
Some people are just nasty though. Some people have very nasty dispositions, and they want to.
And I have a nasty disposition every time I see him.
I agree. I mean, I would too, because it was uncalled for. Unless it was your intention. Like I was very intentional by letting this individual, and we haven't spoken since, and we shouldn't.
I bought a bottle. I didn't even eat. I just sat down in a little corner, talked to people that came and sat next to me and talked to me. I wasn't all through the house. I sat there and just mind my business.
What about
unwarranted
bottle etiquette? Really quick, since you brought that up, bottle etiquette. Do you go to a function and you are not drinking? Do you still bring a bottle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still do.
When do you not bring a bottle?
If I'm late.
Is there a time? If you're late, you don't bring a bottle?
If the party started if a party's 8 to 12 and it's 11 p.m. and I'm getting there, I don't bring, no.
Excuse me. I bring a bottle. I feel like...
Because if I'm late, either I couldn't get the bottle or something like that, but it's not like, oh, I'm going late, so I'm not bringing it. It's like, oh, shit, I'm late, and I don't have time to grab, so it's just like, it is what it is, you know? But... other than that, I bring a nice, respectable bottle to a function.
I don't know how respectable it is if I'm not drinking. Because if I'm not drinking, then I'll bring something. But I'm like I went to a function and I knew that I wasn't drinking, so
I'm gonna start bringing juice and chaser. I'm gonna start bringing chasers and or ice instead of bringing a bottle, because that's what people always run out of. Fuck the liquor.
Think
about it. Somebody gonna take my fucking idea.
Until you run out of liquor. Because now everybody's gonna bring ice and mixers, and we're gonna have Jamba Juice.
Until somebody bring juice to my function.
Because what is this? What the fuck is this?
Did I fucking tell you I needed juice? I would have texted you if I needed this.
What if somebody brings juice that's not drinking liquor?
I would have to know that
What if that's what they said? I brought this pineapple juice because I'm not drinking.
Drink all that pineapple juice. I don't want a drop of pineapple juice left in my house.
Still like my mom. You better eat all of it. But I'm full. But you wanted it. Okay.
You better piss pineapple juice by the time you're done here.
And on that note, my stomach. On that note, thank you so much for listening to another episode of A Little R&R Podcast. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to hear from you, because you guys do be in the comments every now and then.
Yawning and hungry. It's been a long day.
It has been a long periodical day. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you
guys.
again.
Talk to you. Bye.
You said you better piss pineapple.
You piss liquor.
But why is it always clear even if you drink dark?